This video is going to be about your favorite thing, time word problems. Now, remember, I've told you, especially when you get older and you start driving or have a job and have to be places, you will secretly be doing time word problems all the time without knowing it. I know I do this at least once a week if I'm trying to get somewhere and want to make sure I get there on time or if I have a long list of things to do. So, this is very real life. This is our first example. I encourage you to pause the video and solve this before I do. Juan starts piano practice at 5:30. He practices one song for 15 minutes and another song for 10 minutes. What time does he finish? So when I have a time word problem, the first thing I need to find out is, am I going forward in time? Am I trying to figure out what time something was over? Or am I going backwards or subtracting and trying to figure out what time something started? In this case, if I look at my question, use my cube strategy and underline the question, it says, what time does he finish? So I know what time he starts piano practice, and I know that it's at 5:30. Okay, we can assume that it's 5:30 p.m. because that would typically be when your music practice would be. He practices one song for 15 minutes and another song for 10 minutes. And there's always lots of different ways to solve these problems. You can put the 10 and 15 together to figure out how much time he spent on the piano songs, which he spent 25 minutes playing the piano, or you can make lots of little jumps. You could jump by 10 minutes and then you could jump by 15 minutes, or you could split up this 25 into 5 jumps of 5. There's lots of different options. So if I start at 5:30, I'm going ahead and make a big jump of 25 because that's a friendly number. It's not super crazy to jump by. So if I have 5:30 and 25 minutes go by, it is going to be 5:55. If your hour does not change, it's not as complicated. So Juan was done playing piano at 5:55. I'm going to say p.m. just because it's normally when you practice piano. Now you could also solve this problem this way. You could work it from right to left. So you could start at 5:30. You could go forward 10 minutes first. So that will put you at 5:40. If you wanted to take your 15 minutes up here and split it into 10 and 5, that's fine. You can add another 10 minutes and get to 5:55, or 5:50. And then you can add your 5 minutes and then get to 5:55. Okay, either way, you're still going to land on 5:55. Like I said, if the hour does not change, these problems aren't as tricky. Now let's look at the next one. I encourage you to pause the video. This one says, Tora was done cleaning her room at 7:05. It took her 10 minutes to pick up her toys, 4 minutes to make her bed, and 6 minutes to straighten her bookshelf. Let's just say bookshelf. What time does she start cleaning her room? So the question says, what time did she start cleaning her room? This tells me she was done cleaning her room at 7:05. So I know that I need to go back in time, or I need to subtract, because I know what time she was done. I want to know when she started. So if she was done at 7:05, I'm going to look at all these things that she did. She spent 10 minutes picking up toys, 4 minutes making her bed, and 6 minutes straightening her bookshelf. I'm going to put all of those numbers together to figure out how much total time she spent cleaning her room. I find out that she spent 20 minutes cleaning her room. Now, there's lots of different ways to solve this, okay? But I'm looking right here. I want to get to a nice friendly number of 7 o'clock. How many minutes do I need to go backwards to get to 7 o'clock? Hopefully you said 5. Okay, so if I take that 20 minutes and I take away 5 minutes, how many minutes are left? 5:20 minus 5. I need to go backwards 15 more minutes. I'm going to mark out that 5 because I went backwards 5. Now, when I see this 15, it looks a little scary. I don't want to work with that. So I'm going to turn the 15 into 10 and 5. So if it's 7 o'clock and I go backwards 10 minutes, what time is it going to be? My hour is going to change. And remember, when you see 7 o'clock, think about those zeros as 60, because when the minute hand hits the 12, it's been 60 minutes, or it's the next hour. If I have 60 minus 10, that gets me to 50. So I subtracted the 10, and now I need to subtract the 5. So if I have 6:50 and I go backwards 5 minutes, I'm going to get to 6:45. So that means that Tora started cleaning her room at 6:45, and once again, I could assume that this one was p.m. Okay, there's lots of different ways that you can do this. Some of you can look at this and immediately know that 20 minutes before 7:05 is 6:45. Some of us need to break it apart into jumps, and that is fine. Our last one is this right here. It says Justin leaves his house at 11:06 a.m. He gets to his grandma's house at 12:03. How long did it take him to get to his grandma's house? So we know that he left at 11:06 a.m. and he got there at 12:03. That would be p.m. Right? Now, I know I've got to get to 12. The first jump I'm going to make is plus 4 minutes because that gets me to 11:10. Now I want to get to 12 o'clock. I know that I've got to get to the 60-minute mark, so 10 plus 50 gets me to 60. So if I have 50 minutes, I get to 12 o'clock, and then my last jump would be a jump of 3 minutes to get to 12:03. I'm not done yet. The question says, how long did it take him to get to his grandma's house? He left at this time and got there at this time, so I need to add 4 plus 50 plus 3. I know that 4 plus 3 gives me 7, so I'm going to do 50 plus 7. So it took him 57 minutes to get to his grandma's house. Almost an hour, but not quite.